Hey everybody, it's Dave Murray, the big guy at Mayniax Branding, and today we're going to be talking about the differences between branding, what we do, and marketing, what other people do. But first, check that out. Oh, that's what happens when you decide you're going to take your recycling out and you forget you put a big glass bottle in the middle of it. You toss it all into the bin except the bottle hits the deck. So now, to save people from cutting themselves, you start throwing the glass in the bin, ironically enough, cutting yourself in the process. Yeah, go me. So, let's get to branding first. Branding can basically be split into two parts. You've got your brand culture and brand strategy. The culture is kind of figuring out why. The entrepreneur, why did they start the business in the first place? Their cause, their purpose, or their belief behind making it happen. It's what kind of builds your community. It's what brings in people to your team. It's what brings in clients. It's all these people that are believing in the same stuff you believe in start coming through. The culture is based around that. It's based around the mission. It's based around the values of the entrepreneur. Make no mistake, guys. When you're an entrepreneur, your brand is you. So that's the way to keep 100% authenticity, and that's the way to bring in a lot more people to your cause. So that's how you figure out your brand culture. Now, brand strategy is based primarily on needing simplicity. One part of brand strategy is focus. It's making sure that you don't offer too much crap so that people forget you, because the more things you offer, the more likely people are to just glaze their eyes. Your eyes glaze over because they're like, I have no idea what half this stuff means, right? So you want to get as few services and products as you possibly can as far as your brand is concerned. Now, if you have a bunch of them, hey, game on, but you have to make a lot of brands to make it work. Otherwise, you're going to get forgotten and lost in the shuffle. So that's a lot of focus. Now, when it comes to the other part of strategy, it's differentiation. There's a growing movement that why, having your why in place, is really all you need, and that's not exactly accurate, because the deal is we like to pretend that we're logical beings, but we're not. Every decision that actually matters to us is made emotionally, but here's the thing, we have to sometimes trick ourselves into thinking we came by it logically. So the differentiation is there so you can come up with how you're different from your competitors. It's a lot of competitive research. It's making sure you don't look like them. It's making sure that you can offer services that are different from them as long as they fall in line with your values. And when I say services, I mean maybe split what you do into different price points and things like that, So strategy is a lot about, it's all about simplicity, using focus and differentiation so nobody gets confused as far as who you are as opposed to who your competitors are. Now, let's talk marketing. Marketing is taking all that information, using the strategy, which is the design, some of that stuff's in there as well, using all that and pushing out to people, to the proper channels, to who they think are going to be more receptive to what the brand is. Branding isn't about pushing out a lot of the stuff. Branding is about laying the foundation and coming up with who you are as a brand. Marketing is about making sure people discover who you are as a brand. Now, a lot of that is based on strategy as well. You might have an online strategy and they might say, okay, we need to make sure that we're doing social media here. We need to make sure we got the SEO. We need to make sure there's the blog going. And then you split those up into tactics and all that. So they might say, okay, these are the social media channels we're using. On Facebook, we need to post 3 times a day. On Instagram, we need to post maybe twice a day, and these are the times we need to do it. Marketing really digs into the numbers and figures out when the best time is, who the best people are, to find what the best channels are to find your potential audience. And so that's basically the difference between branding and marketing. Branding, again, it's the foundation. Marketing is pushing out the foundation, making sure the right people see it. So it's kind of like your brand is your house, and marketing invites people over to the house party. At least that's what we like to go with. I like the analogy. It seems to work for me. Anyway, that's it. Fellow entrepreneurs, get out there, have fun, do your thing, start dragging in your crowd, make sure your why's in place for your community, make sure your strategy's in place so people remember who you are, and then load up on the marketing work so that you can make sure that those people are helping you get your message to the people you want the message to be sent out to. That's it. Have fun. Enjoy your Monday, and of course, stay gutsy, gang.